Good morning, everyone. Maayong buntag sa inyong tanan. We started with the department order on identifying our school calendar and the implementing guidelines for school year 2022 to 2023. In that department order, we already identified the next 2 years period of our school calendars, that of 2023 and 2024 and 2024 and 2025. If there will be no surprises or amendments, these 3 school years will continue on with the following implementing guidelines for the next 2 school years. And then we also released our department order on the enrollment. And I am happy to share with everyone that our enrollment for the first day was 3.3 million already, as compared to our first day of last year, which was at 222,000 only. And then we started with the checking of the inventory of the schools who were affected by Typhoon Odette, and where they are now with their repairs and reconstruction of the classrooms and buildings that were damaged by the typhoon. And we already talked to our finance strand in the Department of Education to look for savings from the past year and this year, and request for the realignment of these savings to the repair and reconstruction of these classrooms and buildings that were affected by typhoons Odette and Agaton. And whatever is remaining from, whatever is lacking from these repairs, we will request the Department of Public Works and Highways to assist the Department of Education. And then we, in the same department order of the school calendar, we instructed our regional offices to coordinate with their regional offices, counterparts of the Department of Health, to continue with the counseling of unvaccinated families, particularly the unvaccinated learners and the teaching and non-teaching staff of the Department of Education that are unvaccinated as well. And once the counseling is successful, they initiate mobile vaccinations in our schools for those who have given their consent to be vaccinated. We also, in the same department order also, we instructed our regional offices to coordinate with their local mental health associations and their psychiatric societies to come up with a support, mental wellness support for our learners who for the past 2 years only knows of the online classroom, and now they are transitioning to our in-person teaching. In the same department order as well, we introduced a transition period for all our schools. We did not directly impose upon them to begin a 5-day in-person classes for their schools. We allowed them to conduct a blended learning mode, which is combined with in-person and distance learning. And then we are set to start our Brigada Eskwela and seek out our partners, private sector partners, and our Adopt a School partners. We intend to start this on August 1. Everyone is invited to join and participate in your respective Brigada Eskwela in your respective localities.
Ang dami, ma'am.
Ang dami
Wala
pang
pang 1
problema,
month?
ma'am, actually. Pero yun na lang muna.
Bravo, bravo. I think that's the benefit of having a former mayor for education secretary, is the crisis response. It's also immediately addressed. The President has expressed support in the review of the K-12 curriculum to address possible jobs mismatches. What are your plans regarding the K-12 curriculum?
Yes, thank you. Maayong buntag usab sa inyong tanan. Good morning again to everyone. Last July 19, that was our second presentation to the Cabinet and President Marcos for the Department of Education. We included there some of the very big questions with regard to basic education in our country. And one of which was the K-12 program. And in relation to that K-12 program, we sought the permission of President Marcos to adopt the Basic Education Development Plan from the administration of President Duterte and Secretary Briones. In that Basic Education Development Plan, it is already included therein the need to review the K-12 program of the Department of Education. And Secretary Briones already initiated the review of grades kinder to grade 10. And they are about to finish and wrap up and make their report on the review on kinder to grade 10. And my administration will start the review on grades 11 to 12. In grades 11 to 12, I already sought the advice of my newfound friend. We have a very good synergy, Secretary Laguesma of the Department of Labor, who is holding TESDA because senior high school has a TVET track. And this is one of the big questions with regard to the senior high school program. And we already agreed that there is a need to strengthen and intensify our coordination, particularly in the Philippine Skills Framework, yes, between the Department of Labor and Employment and the Department of Education. So we were given by President Marcos 1 year, this school year 2022 to 2023, to give a final answer about our K-12 program here in the country.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, Vice President, could you just give us your thoughts on the State of the Nation address?
Right. Thank you. Good morning once again to everyone. First off, I'd like to thank our Department of Finance, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, PICC, for organizing this Post SONA briefing of the Cabinet Secretaries for our business community and for the entire country. Thank you very much for this opportunity to speak before all of you and explain the respective work that our Cabinet Secretaries and our departments need to do during the administration of President Marcos. Yes, so initially, the State of the Nation of President Marcos, I think everyone or many of those who do not understand economic numbers were overwhelmed with the numbers in the first part of the speech. That was, I think, the reason why it took a long time for people to start clapping, because the economic part was in the beginning, and many people really do not understand economic numbers. But another observation of mine was immediately after the speech of the President, while I was going home, I was talking to one of our writers in my office, and I told him that I really liked how the speech was written, because I do not write that way, and I truly appreciated the form that that speech was composed. And as a Cabinet Secretary and one who is the other half of the unity team, I would say that the State of the Nation of address of President Marcos was on point and perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.